right now on Action 2 News at 6.
I'm still processing it. It's phenomenal. It's unreal. I can't even imagine that I'm here right now.
Tonight is the night. Packers fans are counting down to Green Bay being on the clock for their first pick in this year's NFL Draft. We'll take you to the Draft Theater where the excitement continues to surge.
And Ray Nitschke's, and then I got Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. So there's that.
No distance or obstacle too much for loyal NFL fans. We hear the story about football faithfuls who did everything they could to make it to tonight's event.
From WBAY TV and live from Great North Commons, this is Action 2 News at 6 at the Draft.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us after years of planning and counting down day one of the draft in Titletown. We're at under an hour. Can you believe that?
And we just saw the players, the folks headed to the green room, pulled up behind us with a police escort.
Yeah.
So it is for real. It's upon us right now. We're just about an hour away, as we mentioned. And football fans traveling to Lambeau Field tonight from all over the world, literally, to watch the next generation of players find a spot on their first ever professional football team. Sports Director Chris Rudd joining us live with more details on that. Chris.
Well, hello, Bill and Cammie, and welcome everybody inside Lambeau Field. It's a little quieter now than it has been for the last few hours. The red carpet festivities down on the field have wrapped up here in the last few minutes, but our Dave Schrader is still down there, so let's go down there and get a recap on all those fun festivities taking place. Dave?
Well, things are just wrapping up here on the red carpet. 16 prospects spending some time chatting with us. The next stop for them, the Draft Theater, as they wait to hear their names called in the first round of tonight's NFL Draft. And the Packers may not be picking at the top of the round, but there's certainly plenty of talent for all the other teams to procure, or perhaps for Goody to trade up, including the top edge rusher in this year's draft, Penn State's Abdul Carter, who I caught up with just moments ago. Abdul, what's it take to be a great pass rusher, and what do you think your impact on this league will be?
Yeah, it takes a lot. I feel like pass rush is an art. Also studying the guys that's the best of it, than just mastering your craft. I think I have a huge impact. I just got to put the work in, trust my teammate, trust my coaching.
If there's any pass rusher you emulate your game on, who would that be?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of comparisons recently, but I want to be my own player, my own man, and just create my own name. Let's interview you. We want to explain your fit?
Oh, yeah. Well, I decided to go with bright colors today,
okay.
And I'm glad I didn't get rained on. How about you?
I want to do all black, kind of blend in incognito and let the shame pop out more. So
it is popping for sure. Have fun tonight. I wasn't really expecting questions about my suit. My daughter helped me pick it out today, but I did find a pinstripe brother in a guy who could go as the 4th overall pick in this draft, offensive lineman Will Campbell, my pinstripe brother.
Just saw it in a book, and I was like, ooh, I need that. I like that.
I agree with that.
No doubt, yes, sir.
How anxious are you to hear your name called and to start talking about football, not arm length, this, that, and the other?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited for the next step, excited to meet my new teammates, my new coaching staff, and, get back to football.
How's the Green Bay experience been so far?
It's been great. Reminds me a lot of my hometown, just this team. I mean, this city loves this team.
They're one and the same.
No doubt. So it's just been really cool to be able to be here.
All right, thanks so much. Have fun tonight. The red carpet here was all about excitement for these players and celebrating them as they get ready to realize lifelong dreams. And now the nerves will start as they wait to hear their names called. As for the Packers at number 23, some guys that are here who could hear their names called by Brian Gutekunst in Green Bay, Tataroa McMillan, the receiver, Matthew Golden as well, Maxwell Hairston, a cornerback, and of course the guy I picked in my mock draft, Shamar Stewart. Chris?
All right, Dave, thanks very much. Of course, everybody wondering, is this going to be the year? The Packers have famously not taken a wide receiver in the first round of the draft. We all know since Javon Walker 23 years ago. Now this year, most analysts agree there are 3, maybe 4 guys that could go in the first round, but you could probably find just as many analysts who think some of those 4 guys won't even get picked tonight in the first round. Now the Packers certainly could use some help at that position. Underwhelming production at times last year, plus Christian Watson's injury, that presents a need at that position, and they did use 3 of their official 30 pre-draft visits on the consensus top 3 receivers in this draft. That's Arizona's Tet McMillan, Matthew Golden of Texas, and Emeka Egbuka of Ohio State. So should we read anything into that?
No, I don't think we've looked at it really any differently than other than certainly if there's an opportunity to take a player at that position that makes sense, we'll do it. But I don't think we feel like we need to do anything. I feel really good about our roster right now. I mean, I think that's one of the – it doesn't happen every year. I mean, every year is a little bit different. But, like, if we had to go play next week, I feel really good about our roster and our ability to win and go compete. So, really across the board. So, hopefully as this draft unfolds, we're able to just kind of sit back and select the best players that fall to us.
All right, Goody has selected 7 receivers total in his 7 previous drafts as GM, including 3 in his first draft. Now, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, the only second rounders in that pick. The next highest was Amari Rodgers in the 3rd round in 2021, but he was a bust. So we'll see how this shakes out this weekend. More on the draft coming up later in sports. Let's go back out to the rooftop with Bill and Cammie.
We like to call it the penthouse here, but anyway. The best spot to be tonight where the picks come in for most fans, of course, just outside the NFL Draft Theater.
Standing room only, so it is getting crowded by the minute. Fans really trying to get as close as possible. Some started to stake out a location since early this afternoon. Jason Zimmerman has been hanging out in that area. He joins us from just outside Lambeau. Jason.
Fans here are getting pretty excited as we count down the final hour to the first pick in the NFL Draft. Now, we cannot show you the theater area right now because of NFL regulations preventing that from happening on live TV. But rest assured, there is a lot of people there. It is packed, especially near the front of that stage area as fans continue to cram in there. I was up close just a short time ago talking with fans who planted themselves in that first row just outside of the ticketed area, setting themselves up for a great view of the action tonight. People are here from across the country, and so far, everyone seems to like the historic feel of this draft taking place in the NFL's smallest market.
I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Like, we're never going to get the Super Bowl. We don't have a dome. So having the draft here for me, like, especially after starting going to the draft, when we got it, I was, like, floored. And then to be here, it's a little bit surreal. I mean, I feel a bit taken aback.
And you can see some of those fans right behind me making their way towards the draft theater area. It is only going to get busier as we progress into the evening. Reporting near Lambeau Field, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
Of course, you have to plan a little bit ahead if you want to get here and park and enjoy yourself. If you leave early enough, maybe you could even potentially take a shuttle because that's being offered too.
Oh yes, Buzz is in Freedom, one of the many places running shuttles all weekend as they partner with JT's Charter Bus to make that happen for so many folks. Taylor Zebel hopped on one of those shuttles today to catch a glimpse of the pre-draft excitement. Taylor.
That's right, Cammie and Bill. I had a great time on the shuttle earlier this afternoon. I thought it'd be fun. Hop on, get a feel for the fans' excitement, the eagerness while on their way here to the draft. Buzz's is a bar in Freedom running shuttles multiple times a day for all 3 days of the draft. And let me tell you, the bar was packed when I arrived at 11:30. Lots of people wanting to get to the venue as soon as they could. All the people I talked to said they have never been to an NFL draft before, and they could not pass up this opportunity.
Very excited. It's going to be great. It's going to be quite, I don't quite know what to expect yet, but I think it's just going to be like just crazy down here.
Good crazy, right?
Good crazy, yes. It's going to be great for Green Bay, for the city.
Probably just walk around and maybe go to the draft experience and just hang out for the day.
Do the 40-yard dash?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Almost all the fans on the shuttle were Packers fans, except for one Steelers fan. But oh my gosh, they could not get off that shuttle fast enough. Cammie and Bill, back to you.
I wonder why. Taylor, thank you so very, very much. Well, it's more than just a tailgate. It is an experience.
We've seen people tailgating too before we got here as we came in. When we come back, we will have more on that on Action 2 News at 6. Stay with us. Welcome back to Action 2 News at 6. Taking a live look right now at the Kroll's draft camp from the other side of the stadium. This is by Cellcom. Less than an hour until the draft officially kicks off. And yeah, there's a lot of crowd, a lot of excitement. Fans flying in, they're driving up. We talked to lots of folks from different states. They're all here to experience the draft in Green Bay.
That's right, Cammie. Harold Cunningham, a fan from Missouri, came to Green Bay for his first time ever to join the draft festivities. We spoke with him earlier about which team he's rooting for.
Who are you a fan of?
Seahawks! Seeing all the fans, I'm in the inner circle, so I'll get to be down by the stage and see all the rest of the Seahawkers. So we'll be loud and proud as always.
You'll be famous there. We see fans from all over been respectfully celebrating their teams and just love the camaraderie. There's just a buzz in there, and they love the NFL.
And stick around after this newscast. Our final countdown to the draft special begins at 6:30. You can watch it right here, and then we have the draft right at 7, so don't go anywhere.
As they say, don't touch that dial. And still to come here on Action 2 News at 6.
A piece of Packers and Super Bowl history on display here for the draft in Green Bay. We'll take a closer look coming up next on Small Towns.
It's draft day here in Green Bay, of course, and fans who are in Titletown for the big event have a chance to check out an incredible piece of history on display downtown.
Emerson Lehman takes us to the Automobile Gallery in Green Bay for this week's Small Towns.
It was specially made for Bart Starr himself.
Inside the Automobile Gallery, downtown Green Bay.
And of course, the Bart Starr car is the star of the show.
You'll find a piece of NFL history.
General Motors painted this Goodwood green metallic, which was the closest green to Green Bay Packer green.
Gifted to green and gold royalty.
This is a 1967 Corvette that was awarded to Bart Starr February 3rd, 1967, for being the MVP of what became the first Super Bowl. Back then it was called the NFL-AFL Championship.
Bart Starr's name will live on in Titletown forever, but that journey to immortality started near the bottom at the 1956 draft.
To me, when I see this car, Emerson, I don't see the MVP, I don't see Bart Starr, I see the 200th pick in the 1956 draft. 17th rounder who in the space of 10 years went from the very bottom to the pinnacle of his profession.
From the 200th pick to QB1 and eventually head coach of the Packers.
Bart Starr was such an incredible human being.
A journey Darrell Burnett admired fondly while working as a sports journalist.
We see many legends who perhaps don't live up quite to the legend. In Bart Starr's case, I always say, the legend doesn't live up to the man.
Now the Automobile Gallery's Director of Curation and Preservation, Burnett is proud to see the Joy Star's MVP car brings to the fans who cheered him on for so many years.
To be able to have his MVP Corvette here on display, not only for the draft, but in perpetuity, is really special for me personally and for the Automobile Gallery and Event Center. One of the proudest moments I have in my role is seeing people come in and literally stare at this car. And then they'll share stories, personal stories that they have of not only Bart, but Cherry and the family.
Fans given the chance to share their thoughts on if the vehicle should be kept as is or restored to its prime condition. One special passenger even making her opinion known.
It was Cherry's last trip to Green Bay. In a private moment, they told wonderful stories about this car, but Cherry then filled out one of the slips, and it said, definitely restore this car because Bart never would have let it get in this condition in the first place.
I thought you'd never ask.
A special car for a special man.
This is more artifact than it is automobile.
All on display, downtown Green Bay.
To see the kind of impact that a car has like this is truly rewarding for us.
Reporting with Chief Photojournalist Will Sentowski, I'm Emerson Lehman for Small Towns.
Well, things are cooling off a bit here. Let's go live to meteorologist David Ernst back in the studio with a look at that forecast, David.
Yeah, Cammie, I noticed you in the shots earlier. Definitely a few more layers on than yesterday when we had those temperatures up into the 70s. Not the case today, falling down through the 50s as the draft is ongoing, eventually landing in the upper 40s.